and it's time for another basic beer review. And we've got another sort of fancy lager that I got from a bottle shop, and it is this here. It's a bottle of Puttner F16, and it's a Bock, and it is 6.8% ABV. So it's quite a strong lager here. It's German lager. It's brewed by the Puttner Brewery, and I say it's the F16 Bock. Doesn't say much more about it. Just Puttner Brau GmbH in Slammersdorf, wherever that is. And it's got some German on the side as well. And that's about it, really. There's not much else I can say about it apart from it's 6.8%. It's a 500ml bottle. I think it was about £4, which is generally kind of standard bottle shop prices for lagers, for fine lagers. Nice little bottle cap there, the Puttner Brau on the bottle cap. Let's get it cracked open anyway and start talking about it. So here we go, cracked open. Let's have a little look. Let's see how it pours. So I've got my old Carlsberg Export glass here, just because it's got a lovely shape for trying a beer. You could get a lot of swilling room, a lot of nosing room. Although I am quite a fan of Carlsberg Export. I've got to say I do like Carlsberg Export. I think it's nice. I'll do a review of it sometime. It's decent. If I can get the whole lot in here, can't I? I'll do about that much. So what can I say? It's yeah, so it's pouring kind of amber. Quite a lot of bubbles rising to the top there. It's got white head, nice and fluffy. Yeah, quite a lot of bubbles rising to the top. It's almost like an orangey colour, really, like the colour of Ryan Brew, really, which is interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's a very vibrant orangey amber colour. Excuse me. Quite clear. A lot of bubbles coming up to the top there. I won't put any more in actually. I'll just do what's there. By the way, big announcement. I noticed that the Daya glue is now being brewed again by Daya, so I have already ordered some, and some of the other kind of glue related products that they've got at Daya. Daya glue is quite possibly was always my all-time favourite pale, but I can never get hold of it, so I'm really looking forward to getting some cans of that and doing a review. So I just had some nuts, so I've got them stuck in my throat still. But anyway, hopefully this will wash them down nicely. Anyway, I'm going to go for a little nose on this because I've not actually said anything. I've not actually smelled it or done anything with it yet. The Puttner F16. Let's go in for the old nose. Oh wow, straight away, punches you in the face with Oktoberfest vibes. Oh yeah, strong kind of, what is that smell? It's kind of like a really strong maltiness, but not in that kind of way. I'm trying to think what that is. It's kind of floral character. Bit of pine in there. Spice. Getting some kind of spice there, a bit of clove. I mean, yeah, I've not really reviewed an Oktoberfest beer for quite a while, and it does smell like an Oktoberfest beer. It smells like a Marzen. And it just smells really nice. It smells, I'm trying to think, it smells a little bit kind of dank. Strong hoppiness to it. Yeah, it just smells like it smells like an Oktoberfest Marzen. The strong lager, but in a good way, not the really bad strong lagers you get really cheaply. This smells like one of those really strong, as I say, Oktoberfest beers, but I mean 6.8%, that's at the top of the scale even for an Oktoberfest beer. I don't know if that's what this is. I don't know what a Hellerbock is. I assume a Hellerbock is a strong version of a Helles, is what I'm assuming with that. So anyway, but yeah, smelling that, I'm getting a little bit of fruit in there. I'm getting a bit of that lemon, but I'm just getting punched in the face with whatever that is, whatever that smell is you get from an Oktoberfest beer. It's just smelling really nice, smelling quite dry. It's smelling hoppy. It's smelling full on. I'm just gonna get in there. Here we go, in for the old taste. Cheers. Okay, we're getting a little bit of syrupiness coming down there. It's quite a lot of malt on the palate. It's lovely and smooth. It looked like there was quite a lot of bubbles coming up when I first poured it. That might be to do with the glass cleanliness. Not used this glass for a while. Now it's settled down a bit. It's really, really smooth. I mean, that is bubbly enough to keep it interesting. Bubbly enough to get the flavours out there. It's got a nice bit of bitterness there, but it does go down. It goes down incredibly smooth. We get some of that malt character. We're getting some of those floral notes. We're getting a little bit of raisin in there. It's really nice. It tastes really good, and for 6.8%, it is so smooth and so easy drinking. It is really, really refreshing. It is lovely. That in the garden would be dangerous. Gotta say, would be very dangerous. And it is quite bitter. It's got quite a bit of bitterness to it compared to a lot of Oktoberfest beers or stronger beers. But it is really smooth. It's smooth, it's refreshing, it's tasty, it's got a nice dryness, it's not sweet in the slightest. Sometimes these really strong lagers can be a little bit oversweet and it just ruins it. This isn't. It's lovely and dry, it's nice and bitter. A little bit of sweetness to offset that bitterness. But to be honest, that is really nice. That is, in the end, it's nice little dryness at the end there, which makes you just want to go in for more, which is why I'm drinking this so unbelievably quickly. I mean, this is a very different beer than the beers that are on that tier chart, but I'm going to give it a bit of a tier for a reference. And so here's your tier chart, and it is really, really good. It's really good. Is it up there with the Augustiner and the Tegernsee? I would say possibly not. There are better than this, I think. It's really smooth. It's really tasty. Is it as good as some of the others? I mean, the Lowenbrau Oktoberfest I think is really good. There's of course the Augustiner Oktoberfest is amazing. I cannot wait to try that when Oktoberfest time comes around, and I will be doing. Compared to those kind of beers, I think it's not quite as good as those. I don't know really. I mean, the bitterness, it's good. It's interesting. Possibly, I don't know, a little bit too much for me. I don't know. I'm not sure if the bitterness suits the kind of style it's trying to be, but it does actually. You know, it's a good way of dealing with that. You know, that high ABV there with the bitterness there. But I say I'm necking this. It's really nice. It's really nice, really moreish. I would say tier 4, pushing on a tier 5, possibly tier 5. It's right up there at the top with the best of them. It's a really nice beer. If you can get it, Puttner F16, I would highly recommend it. It's a really nice beer. And again, at that like ABV, you know, you could drink it in smaller quantities, basically get a bit more time out of it, possibly. But to be honest, it's so refreshing and so tasty and so amazing. If you're in the garden with this, you're going to be drinking it like a normal pint. Let's face it, you just are. So there you go. That's it. The Puttner F16. It's a yes, and it's great, and that's it. Till next time, have a good one.